Hello, Reds. Welcome back. Liverpool fans, the future of the Reds attack is becoming one of the hottest topics in world football right now. With Mohamed Salah's long-term future still uncertain and his contract slowly ticking down, Liverpool are being forced to look ahead. Whether Salah stays or eventually moves on, the reality is simple. The club must begin planning for life after their greatest modern-day winger. And as you would expect, some exciting young names are already putting themselves in the frame. Two talented attackers, playing their football in Europe's top leagues, have now openly admitted that Liverpool is a dream destination for them. That alone tells you how powerful the Liverpool project still is. Let's start with Diomande. The 19-year-old RB Leipzig winger has been on Liverpool's radar for several months. Scouts have been tracking his progress in Germany, and it's easy to see why. Diomande is quick, direct, fearless in one-on-one situations, and plays with confidence beyond his years. He has enjoyed a solid season so far, and his performances have not gone unnoticed. Earlier this month, Diomande made a huge admission. He revealed that playing for Liverpool is one of his biggest dreams. For a teenager playing at a top Bundesliga club, that is no small statement. It shows ambition, it shows belief, and it shows that Liverpool remain one of the most attractive clubs in world football. But Diomande is not the only rising star dreaming of an Anfield move. Another exciting name has now entered the conversation: Brian Gruda. Brighton and Hove Albion signed Gruda from Mainz in August 2024 for around £25 million. The German attacker arrived with a big reputation as one of the most creative young players in the Bundesliga. Brighton, known for their smart recruitment, clearly saw huge potential in him. Gruda is under contract at the Amex Stadium until 2028, but that hasn't stopped him from speaking openly about his ambitions. In a recent interview with Sky Germany, the 20-year-old admitted that he dreams of playing for a Champions League giant. He said his biggest goal is to play in the Champions League and become a full international for Germany. Then he dropped the line that caught every Liverpool fan's attention. Gruda named the clubs he dreams of playing for: Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Liverpool. That is elite company. When young players place Liverpool alongside those giants, it tells you everything about how the club is viewed across Europe. Even in seasons where results may dip, Liverpool's identity, history, and style still attract the best young talents in the game. So, could Brian Gruda be a future replacement for Mohamed Salah? This is where things get interesting. Salah has been the heartbeat of Liverpool's attack for nearly a decade. Season after season, he delivers goals, assists, big moments, and match-winning performances. Few players in world football can match his consistency. Replacing him will be one of the hardest tasks Liverpool have ever faced. Even if Salah stays beyond 2026, his contract expires in 2027. That gives Liverpool less than 2 years to identify, develop, or sign a long-term successor. Planning must start now. Gruda is undoubtedly talented. He is technically gifted, comfortable on either wing, and intelligent in possession. He links play well, presses with energy, and can operate in tight spaces. In terms of style, he fits the type of football Liverpool like to play. However, there is one major concern: end product. So far this Premier League season, Gruda has recorded just 1 goal and 1 assist in 18 appearances. Those numbers are modest, especially when you compare them to Salah's output, which often sits in double figures for both goals and assists every single season. This doesn't mean Gruda is a bad player. Far from it. He is still young. He is still adapting to the Premier League. And not every winger explodes statistically in their first season in England. But replacing Salah is not just about potential. It is about production. Liverpool do not simply need another promising winger. They need a game changer. Someone who can decide matches. Someone who can score 20 to 30 goals a season. Someone who thrives under pressure. At this moment in time, Gruda looks more like a development project than a ready-made Salah successor. The same can be said, to an extent, about Diomande. He has exciting qualities, pace, and confidence, but he is also very young and still raw. What this really tells us is that Liverpool's future attack may not depend on just one signing. Instead of searching for the next Salah, Liverpool could build a new front line using multiple young, high-ceiling attackers who grow together. That approach has worked before. Think of Salah, Mane, and Firmino. None arrived as global superstars, but together they became unstoppable. Liverpool may already be preparing for a similar rebuild. One thing is certain, players across Europe are watching Liverpool closely. They believe in the project. They believe in the pathway. And they believe that Anfield is still one of the best stages in football. When talents like Diomande and Gruda openly say they dream of playing for Liverpool, it sends a powerful message. The Reds remain massive. The next few transfer windows could define the next era at Anfield. Smart recruitment, patience, and long-term thinking will be crucial. Whether Salah stays longer or eventually moves on, Liverpool must be ready. And from the looks of it, the queue of young stars who want to wear the famous red shirt is already forming. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything. Hello, Reds. Welcome back. The transfer window always brings excitement, rumors, and surprise names. And this time Liverpool are being strongly linked with a young midfielder who is already turning heads across Europe. His name is Jens Dahl, an 18-year-old Norwegian talent playing for Tromsø IL, and he is quickly becoming one of the most talked-about prospects in Scandinavian football. Reports from trusted sources suggest that Liverpool are among several clubs closely monitoring his progress, and this news has sparked huge interest among Reds fans who love seeing the club invest in the future. Jens Dahl is not your average teenager. Despite his young age, he has already broken into Tromsø's first team and is playing regular senior football. That alone shows how highly he is rated by his coaches. What makes him stand out even more is his physical profile. Standing at around 6 feet 4 inches tall, he is a giant presence in midfield. He is strong in challenges, good in the air, and difficult to push off the ball. But Dahl is not just about size. He is comfortable with the ball at his feet, shows good passing ability, and has a calm, mature style of play that is rare for someone so young. One of the biggest reasons Liverpool are interested is his versatility. Dahl can play as a holding midfielder, sitting in front of the defense and breaking up opposition attacks. He can also operate as a central midfielder, helping to link defense and attack and carry the ball forward. In modern football, players who can perform more than one role are extremely valuable, and Dahl fits that profile perfectly. Liverpool's interest is not new. Reports suggest the club have been tracking the Norwegian for over a year, carefully watching his development and progress. This shows that the Reds see something special in him. However, they face serious competition. Several Premier League clubs, including Aston Villa, Tottenham, Everton, Fulham, Sheffield United, and Coventry City, are also said to be interested. This tells us that Dahl is viewed as a top-level prospect who could one day make a big impact in English football. The race becomes even tougher when we look at Europe. German clubs Borussia Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen are both keen on signing Dahl. These clubs are famous for developing young players and giving them chances at senior level. Dortmund, in particular, have built a reputation for turning young talents into stars. Other clubs such as Stuttgart, Sevilla, Valencia, and Monaco are also monitoring the situation, making this a true European battle for his signature. For Liverpool, signing Dahl would be a smart move for the future. The club has a strong history of identifying young talent early and helping them grow into top players. With the midfield facing heavy demands and changes expected over time, bringing in a young, powerful, and flexible midfielder could be very important. Dahl's physical strength and tactical awareness suggest he could adapt well to the Premier League. The English game is fast, intense, and physical, and he already has the size and mentality to cope with those demands. Under the right coaching and in the right environment, he could develop into a complete midfielder who contributes both defensively and offensively. The big question is where Dahl believes his future lies. Liverpool can offer the attraction of the Premier League, world-class facilities, and the chance to develop at one of the biggest clubs in the world. At the same time, clubs like Borussia Dortmund may offer a clearer path to regular playing time at first. This decision will likely depend on what the player values most at this stage of his career. As the transfer window edges closer to closing, things could move quickly. Clubs are expected to consider making offers soon, and a bidding war is not out of the question. For Liverpool, timing will be crucial. Acting early could make all the difference. One thing is certain, Jens Dahl is a name Liverpool fans should remember. Whether he ends up at Anfield or elsewhere, he looks like a player with a very bright future ahead. The Reds will be watching closely, and so will supporters around the world, hoping to see Liverpool secure another exciting young talent for the years to come. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything. Hello, Reds. Welcome back. Liverpool's season has been full of twists, turns, big wins, frustrating injuries, and difficult questions. Just when it feels like things are starting to settle, another problem appears. And right now, the biggest concern for Arne Slot and his coaching staff is at right back. The Reds reminded everyone of their European power with a stunning 6-0 demolition of Qarabag at Anfield. It was one of those nights that makes you proud to be a Liverpool fan. The football was fast, aggressive, and ruthless. Mohamed Salah was back in the goals, confidence looked restored, and qualification for the last 16 of the Champions League was secured without any extra playoff stress. But once again, that perfect night came with a painful price. Jeremy Frimpong, the summer signing many believed would revolutionize Liverpool's right side, picked up yet another hamstring injury. It now looks like his third separate muscle problem of the season. A worrying pattern is starting to form. Frimpong has only managed to play 11 league games so far. For a player signed to be a key starter, that is simply not enough. Even more concerning, he has registered just 1 assist in the Premier League. His season has been stop-start, frustrating, and far from what anyone imagined when he arrived. And it gets worse. Connor Bradley is already ruled out for the season. Joe Gomez has also suffered a fresh injury setback. That leaves Liverpool dangerously thin at right back during one of the busiest periods of the campaign, with crucial Premier League and European fixtures coming thick and fast. Suddenly, Liverpool's quiet January window does not look so clever. While rivals like Manchester United and Chelsea are enjoying the boost of new managers and fresh signings, Liverpool risks standing still. And in a league as ruthless as the Premier League, standing still usually means falling behind. This is why the club may be forced into late action. One name that is starting to make a lot of sense is Sunderland's Nordi Mukiel. Yes, that Nordi Mukiel. Once a highly rated defender at RB Leipzig, later a League One winner with PSG, and now quietly one of the standout defenders in the Premier League with newly promoted Sunderland. Mukiel joined the Black Cats from Paris Saint-Germain for around £12 million. A deal that already looks like one of the bargains of the season. Since arriving, he has been outstanding. He has played 21 league matches, scored 1 goal, and provided 4 assists. That may not sound outrageous at first, but when you dig deeper, it becomes very impressive. Mukiel is currently joint 11th for assists in the entire Premier League. He has the same number of assists as stars like Mohamed Salah, Martin Odegaard, and Bruno Guimaraes. Let that sink in. A defender, playing for a newly promoted side, matching creative numbers with some of the league's biggest attacking names. Even more remarkable, Mukiel is the second most creative defender in the Premier League, behind only Manchester City's Matheus Nunes. And unlike City players, Mukiel is not playing behind a squad filled with world-class finishers like Erling Haaland. He is creating chances for forwards who work hard and are effective, but who are not global superstars. That makes his output even more impressive. So why does Mukiel make so much sense for Liverpool? First, he brings experience. He has won league titles in France. He has lifted the German Cup. He has played in the Champions League 35 times. He has featured in semi-finals of Europe's biggest competition. He knows what pressure feels like. He knows what big nights demand. Liverpool need players who can handle stress, expectation, and intense competition. Mukiel ticks that box. Second, he is versatile. Mukiel can play as a right back. He can also operate as a center back. That flexibility is gold for a squad that is currently being stretched by injuries. When Frimpong and Bradley eventually return, Mukiel would not become surplus. He could slide into central defense, offering cover and competition alongside Ibrahima Konate and others. Depth wins titles. Depth wins top 4 races. Depth saves seasons. Third, he already has chemistry with key Liverpool players. Mukiel has previously played alongside Ibrahima Konate and Dominic Szoboszlai. That matters more than people realize. Understanding movement, communication, and tendencies can speed up adaptation. He would not be walking into a dressing room full of strangers. Fourth, he allows Liverpool to stop using emergency solutions. Right now, Liverpool could be forced to move Dominic Szoboszlai into right back. While Szoboszlai is athletic and intelligent, using him there weakens the midfield. Liverpool lose control, creativity, and ball progression in the center of the pitch. Signing Mukiel keeps Szoboszlai where he belongs. It protects the balance of the team. And perhaps the biggest reason of all, value for money. Younger right-backs with potential would likely cost £40 million, £50 million, or more. Mukiel, despite his pedigree, could be available for a relatively modest fee if Sunderland are tempted by a strong offer. For a club that prides itself on smart recruitment, this is exactly the type of opportunity Liverpool usually pounce on. Of course, Sunderland will not want to lose a key player. They are fighting hard to stay in the Premier League, and Mukiel has been central to their success. But money talks, and Liverpool's history, global appeal, and Champions League football are powerful tools. For Mukiel, a move to Anfield would mean competing for trophies, playing on the biggest stages, and reviving his reputation as one of Europe's top defenders. For Liverpool, it could be the move that stabilizes their defense, protects their midfield, and keeps their season alive. Sometimes, the smartest transfers are not the flashiest. Sometimes, they are the ones that quietly fix big problems. And right now, Nordi Mukiel feels like exactly that kind of signing. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything.